Chapter 157, A Spy's Adventure. It starts out with me, Very, Lincoln and Linka waking up. Me, another magnificent Sunday. Rita, off-screen, rise and shine kids. We're going to Aunt Ruth's today. Yay. Me, Aunt Ruth's today. Very, 3 weeks already? Lincoln, yep, and it's Vince's turn. Everyone was getting ready for Aunt Ruth as Vince came in. Vince, hey guys. All, hi Vince. Carol, Vince. Vince and Carol kissed. Vince, hey Carol. I got your text and it's to babysit while you guys are at Aunt Ruth today. Carol, it sure is. Lynn Sr., okay Vince, who are you gonna babysit? Vince, let's see. Carol, Carrie, Leia and Katie, Luna, Amber, Luan, Marie, Lynn, Dawn, Lincoln, Wednesday, Lucy, Lainey, Lola, and Lisa. And Lily too. Lynn Sr., all right. Well, is everyone ready? Lori, bored, yes Dad. They left for Aunt Ruth and Vince was placed in charge of Carol, Carrie, Leia and Katie, Luna, Amber, Luan, Marie, Lynn, Dawn, Lincoln, Wednesday, Lucy, Lainey, Lola, Lisa, and Lily. Vince, all right guys. It's time for our first activity. There was a knock at the door and Vince answered it. It was Eddie. Eddie, hey Vince. Vince, oh hello Eddie. Luan, my king of comedy has arrived. Eddie, and my queen angel of comedy is always as beautiful as ever. Eddie and Luan kissed. Eddie, so what's happening Vince? Vince, I'm babysitting while everyone else goes to Aunt Ruth. They go every 3 weeks. Eddie, cool. Luna, I'm glad I'm not eating 60-year-old pudding right now dudes. Lisa, yes indeed. Carrie, that must taste really awful. It's a miracle you all haven't gotten botulism from it. Lincoln, JD told me the exact same thing Carrie. Vince, by the way Carrie, how are you doing healing after your whole ordeal? Carrie, I'm much better now that Chris is in prison forever and Billy is dead. Leia, I'm so glad mommy. Katie, me too. Carrie, thanks girls. Carol, I'm so happy for you Carrie. Have you gotten full control of your powers? Carrie, I sure have, and it turns out my powers were given to me because of hatred and rage. But now my love for my family has made me stronger than ever. Eddie, that's awesome Carrie. I heard what happened to you and that was terrible. Carrie, I know Eddie. I'm glad I moved on. Vince, me too. Now our first activity is what I like to call spy partnership. We go to the simulator to do it. We're going to be in awesome spy movies and team up with and take down the villains trying to take over or destroy the world. Lynn, cool. I love spy movies. Lainey, me too. Lisa, spy movies are a very magnificent source of entertainment. Lincoln, my favorites are the James Bond movies. Luan, this is something worth spying for. Rimshot laughs, get it? Vince, Carrie, Carol, Amber, and Dawn laughed and everyone else sighed. Vince, good one Luan. Eddie, laughs, good one. In the simulator they got ready. Vince, okay so who wants to go first? Lincoln, I will. Lynn, you can do it Lincoln. Vince, also I invited someone special over. Ronnie Ann came in. Lincoln, hey Ronnie Ann. Ronnie Ann, hey Lamo. I heard you are gonna have a spy adventure and I came to watch. Lincoln, cool. Lucy, this is gonna be an interesting experience for us. Vampires and spy movies are my favorite things. Lainey, that's interesting Lucy. Lily, I agree. Lincoln went into the simulator and Vince typed in the scenario. Vince, coming online Lincoln. Lincoln found himself in a jungle and he saw a hanging radio transmitter. Lincoln, I'm in the movie GoldenEye. My all-time favorite. James Bond needs my help. Lincoln slid down the dish and went and threw a hatch into a lair and then an explosion blasted apart part of the lair. Kaboom. Lincoln ran all over the lair as it was falling apart, and he was killing all kinds of henchmen, all from Russia, with his lightning powers. Lincoln went into the control room and found the GoldenEye console. Lincoln, it's the GoldenEye console. Now I got to get it out. I hope my technical skills pay off. Lincoln typed in a code and the disk ejected, and he grabbed it and got the keys and put them in the case they came in, and he put it in his backpack. Lincoln, now to go help James and kill Alec. Alec grabbed an AK-47 assault rifle and went after James as he was making his way to the transmitter. Lincoln took an AK-47 from a down man. Lincoln, this spell should provide me with a fighting edge. Chance an incantation Kestinaromanjaya Kreta. Lincoln's lightning magic gave the AK-47 an infinite ammo supply, and he put the gun on his back and took the elevator to the transmitter. Lincoln, this is so awesome. The elevator opened up to the top, and he was running on a bridge to the transmitter, and he saw Alec shooting at James. Lincoln, oh no you don't. Lincoln took his gun and fired at Alec. Gunfire. Lincoln, eat red hot lead Alec. Lincoln got him in the leg and ran up to him as he climbed onto the transmitter and punched him in the mouth and knocked out a tooth. Lincoln caught up with James. Lincoln, James. James Bond saw him. James, British accent, you managed to slow down Alec? Lincoln, I sure did. I'm Lincoln Loud. I'm from America and I came here to help you. James, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lincoln. You slowed Alec down? Lincoln, I sure did. I shot him in the leg. James, impressive. Lincoln, not bad for an 11-year-old kid, huh? Plus I got the GoldenEye disc and keys and killed all of Alec's men. James, good work. Lincoln, thank you. Let's blow this thing to pieces. They got into the gear room, and Lincoln took a pipe and jammed it into the metal track and welded it together with his powers. In the destroyed lair, Boris was working on the computer. Boris, Russian accent, yes. I am invincible. He typed in a command and the transmitter was online. But the transmitter jammed and it was gonna explode any minute. Alec was slowly catching up to them. The satellite re-entered the Earth's atmosphere over the Atlantic Ocean and exploded. Lincoln and James beamed to the ground, and Alec was with them, and Lincoln punched Alec in the stomach and kicked him in the face. James punched Alec in the mouth and nose and leg sweeped him and kicked him in the back. Then the transmitter exploded into a huge fireball. Kaboom. Alec, Russian accent, no. Lincoln, you lose Alec. Natalia Simonova came and she had a gun pointed at Alec. Natalia, Russian accent, it's over Alec. You and Boris are through. Lincoln, I agree. We have you surrounded. There's nowhere to run. Alec, it's never over. I will destroy England for what they did to my ancestors. Lincoln, you can join them in the netherworld. Alec, for England guys? James, no. Lincoln, for the world. They fired at him. Gunfire. They pumped his guts full of lead and killed him. Natalia, that takes care of him. Lincoln, no kidding. I'm glad he's gone for good. James, me too. He was my friend and in the end he became a traitor. Lincoln, I can't believe that. James, I couldn't have done this without you, Lincoln. You and Natalia were great. Lincoln, I'm glad I could help James. Natalia, I agree. They both kissed. The exercise was done and Lincoln came out and they all cheered for him. Ronnie Ann, Lincoln, you were amazing. Lincoln, thanks Ronnie Ann. Vince, good job Lincoln. What are you gonna do with the GoldenEye program? Lincoln, I'm gonna put it in a special vault where it will never be used again. Luan, good thinking Link. Eddie, that was really awesome Lincoln. You sure showed Alec who's boss. Lincoln, thanks Eddie. Carrie, that was really cool how you did him in. Lincoln, I know Carrie. Alec was gonna plunge the world into a global financial meltdown by stealing all of England's money, and GoldenEye will erase all the records of the transactions. A pretty ingenious scheme. Lisa, it certainly was. Alec's scheme of gaining world domination was totally genius. Russia sure has developed a very prominent tool of disorder. Vince, they sure have Lisa. Also Lincoln, be careful with that AK-47. It's a dangerous weapon. Lincoln, I know. I'll have to see if I can get a gun safe for it. Luna, good thinking dude. Carol, okay. I think I'll go next. Vince, okay Carol. We're going to do another cool game called History Adventure. We go into the simulator and we join the event from that year. Carol, cool. History is one of my favorite subjects. Same as Lori's. Lincoln, I can believe it Carol. Carol went into the simulator and it activated and she found herself in the 100 Years' War in the year 1431. Luckily the simulator doesn't do time travel. The 100 Years' War lasted from 1337 to 1453 and it was an intense war that was for the control over the throne of France. The House of Valois of France and the House of Plantagenet of England were in a fierce battle that lasted 116 years and it was brutal. Carol, wow. I'm in the 100 Years' War. This is one of my favorite events in history. Carol checked a device on her arm and it was really May 30th, 1431. Carol, oh man. Today's the day they burned Joan of Arc at the stake for heresy. I've got to stop it. Carol saw the castle Joan was gonna be executed at and she spread her wings and flew to the castle. From above, she saw Joan being tied to the stake and they lit it on fire and Carol swooped down and cut her free and rescued her. Carol, are you alright Joan? Joan, yes I am. You have saved me. Carol, they were persecuting you for heresy. That is wrong on so many levels. Joan, I agree. Thank you. Carol, my name is Carol Pingree Loud. They don't even know what the power of an angel is capable of. Joan, I agree. Let's show them and put an end to this horrific war. Carol and Joan landed and Carol fired a heat ray at the soldiers coming for them and vaporized them completely and destroyed much of the castle in a fiery explosion. Joan, your power is amazing, Carol. Carol, I was given my powers from an amazing source. It's hard to explain Joan. I'm actually from an alternate time almost 600 years into the future. It's complicated. Joan, I can believe it. But I owe you my life Carol. Carol, a life is never owed when saved out of friendship and love. Joan, thank you Carol. I want to go with you to where you live and share what I know to all of you. Carol, if that is your choice you are more than welcome to. The simulation ended and everyone they met Joan of Arc. Vince, it's a pleasure to meet you Joan. I'm Vince Pusateri. Carol, Vince is my boyfriend. He is the most awesome boyfriend ever. Ember, I'm Ember McLean Loud. I was adopted. Lincoln, I'm Lincoln Loud. Luna, it's a pleasure to meet you Joan. I'm Luna Loud. Luan, pleasure Joan. I'm Luan Loud. Eddie, I'm Eddie. Luan is my girlfriend. Lynn, I'm Lynn Loud Jr. Lucy, I'm Lucy Loud. Lainey, I'm Lainey Loud. Lola, I'm Lola Loud. It's a pleasure to meet you. Lisa, I'm Lisa Loud. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lily, and I'm Lily Loud. Lincoln, Luna, Luan, Lynn, Lucy, Lainey, Lola, Lisa, and Lily are my sisters. Joan, you have a big family Lincoln. Lincoln, yet. Ronnie Ann, I'm Ronnie Ann Santiago, Lincoln's girlfriend. Wednesday, I'm Wednesday Adams Loud. I've been adopted after my family was killed in an explosion. Joan, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. Wednesday, it's okay. Thank you for your concern. Carrie, I'm Carrie White Loud. I've been adopted too. These are my little girls Leia and Katie. Leia, it's a pleasure, Joan. Katie, same here. Joan, the pleasure is all mine. Marie, I'm Marie Canker Loud. I was adopted too. Dawn, I'm Dawn. I come from another dimension. Joan, that's interesting. I have so much to learn about the year I'm in now. Vince, you're in the year 2017, 586 years into the future. Joan, wow. I have a lot to learn. But I have a feeling I'm gonna like it here. Carol, I'm glad, Joan. Vince, whose turn is next? Lucy, I'll go. Lucy went into the simulator and it activated and she found herself in Salem, Massachusetts. Lucy, gasp. I'm in the Salem witch trials in 1692. The Salem witch trials was one of the darkest events in America's history back in the 17th century. People believed that the devil was walking the earth and the people of Salem persecuted numerous people and killed them for witchcraft. Most of them were innocent people. It was a time of total fear and persecution. Lucy, this is an absolutely horrific event. I may be a goth girl and I love things that are dark and gloomy, but I would never stoop this low. Lucy walked around the town and she saw a woman in the dunking chair. It was a tool used back then. Crier, confess witch. You are working for Satan. No. I swear, I am not. She was dunked again. Lucy saw the woman and she saw that she looked an awful lot like Lori. Lucy, in her head, gasp. That's our ancestor Lorraine Newton Loud. She was innocent and was burned at the stake the following night. Crier, talk witch. Lorraine, I am not a witch. Lucy, in her head, I have to stop all this. Crier, burn the witch tomorrow. After everyone went to sleep, Lucy crept into the town jail and broke open the jail cells. Lucy, are you all okay? Lorraine, yes, thanks to you. Lucy, my name is Lucy Loud. I am your descendant from 325 years into the future. I'm from the 21st century. Lorraine, that's interesting. Thank you for freeing us, Lucy. It's nice to know that I have family in the future. This whole town has gone mad. They are killing hundreds of people for witchcraft. Lucy, I know. This is absolutely sick and we have to stop this. Let's rally up everyone that's been wrongfully persecuted and stand up for ourselves. If they want a fight with witchcraft, then they will get one. Lucy gathered everyone together and they all became an unruly mob armed with torches, guns, swords, axes, and books. At dawn the next morning, they all fought against the very town that destroyed their lives and ruined them. They decided to make sure that persecution never plagues them ever again, and they killed the town crier and more. They destroyed everything and burned the whole town down. The town deacon was left for Lucy. Lucy, this is all your fault, deacon. You persecuted all these innocent people because of your own fear and ignorance. Deacon, I don't care. They were witches and they needed to burn in the netherworld. Lucy, you don't know what the power of a witch can do. Lucy fired a bolt of black lightning at the deacon. Lucy, let fear consume you completely. The deacon saw witches everywhere and he ran into his house like a frightened chicken. The Salem witch trials were over and the people of Salem built the whole town anew, and never again were witches and persecution going to plague the town. The simulation ended and Lucy came back and they were proud for her. Vince, you were awesome, Lucy. Lucy, thanks, Vince. Lainey, it's my turn. Vince, I know just the event for you, Lainey. Lainey went into the simulator and it activated. Lainey found herself in France during a nasty war. Lainey, wow. I'm in the French Revolution. The French Revolution was a terrible war that lasted from May 5, 1789 to November 9, 1799, and the outcome of it was the fall of the French monarchy and the rise of Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Lainey unsheathed her scythe and looked at her device on her arm. The date was October 16, 1793, and it was the day Marie Antoinette was going to be executed. Lainey, I got to help Marie Antoinette. Lainey rushed to the Plaque de Concorde and there she saw Marie Antoinette about to be beheaded by guillotine. Lainey, I don't think so. Lainey rushed in as the blade is at the maximum height and when it was coming down Lainey grabbed Marie and formed an illusion that made it look like the blade killed her. Marie, that was a close one. Thank you. Lainey, you're welcome Marie. I'm Lainey Loud. I came here from 224 years into the future. Marie, that's a long time from now. I am forever in your debt Lainey. Lainey, think nothing of it. Your death at the hands of these cretins is unacceptable. Marie, I agree. The rebels killed my husband Louis XVI and the French monarchy is gone forever. I never wanted to abuse the rebels like that. Lainey, I understand Marie. But it's not safe here for you anymore. Marie, yet. I want to go with you to learn more about the future. Lainey, that's your choice. The simulation ended and Marie Antoinette was introduced to everyone. Vince, welcome to the future Marie. Marie, thank you Vince. What year is it? Lincoln, it's 2017. Marie, I have a lot to learn then. Lola went next. Lola was in the simulator and it activated and she found herself in the castle of Count Dracula in the 19th century in Transylvania. Lola, whoa. I'm in the castle of Dracula. Lucy is gonna hate me for what I'm about to do but I get to destroy Count Dracula. Lola walked through the castle and she found a woman sitting next to the window. Lola, are you alright? Yeah I am. I'm being held prisoner here by Dracula. Lola, I came to rescue you. My name is Lola Loud. It's a pleasure to meet you Lola. I'm Catherine Vale. I'm a vampire and I don't like being with Dracula. Lola, that's horrible Catherine. Dracula is evil incarnate and claims to be the Prince of Darkness. But he doesn't know that the true Prince of Darkness is really the devil, Lucifer himself. Catherine, that's true. I can't control myself. The endless thirst for blood and being afraid of the sun, holy water, the cross of Jesus, garlic, I can't control it. Lola, it's tough I know. My big sis Lucy is into vampires and I'm sure she would be willing to help you as long as you stay in the darkness. Catherine, thank you Lola. What year do you come from? Lola, I'm from the year 2017. How did you know I wasn't from this time? Catherine, being a vampire includes lots of powers you never even knew you have. Like immortality, enhanced strength, and speed and even knowing things no one can even know from the future. Lola, that's interesting. Transylvanian accent, so we have a guest here in my castle. Lola saw Count Dracula himself. Lola, Count Dracula I presume? Dracula, that's right and you're Lola Loud from the future. Lola, that's right. Lola pulled out some garlic bulbs and put them around her neck. Lola, it's all right Catherine. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. I also have powers that Count Dracula fears himself. Watch. Lola spread her wings of fire and Dracula gasped. Catherine, whoa. Lola you look like a true angel of fire. Lola, I get that a lot and my powers are said to come from the fiery pits of the netherworld itself. Lola formed a flame in her hand and she molded it and it became a trio of flame girls. Lola, I saw this in a movie at one time. Lola formed the flame girls into life-size people and they danced around Dracula and attacked him and they burned him bad. Catherine, fire is one of Dracula's weaknesses and a stake will kill him. Lola, I've read about that. Lola pulled out a silver stake and went at him and stabbed him through the heart, killing him in seconds and he exploded into dust. Lola, that was wicked. Catherine, it sure was. The sun started rising and surprisingly when the sun's light hit her it didn't burn her. Lola, Catherine. You're free and you're human again. I think. Catherine looked at herself in the mirror and she saw that she still had her fangs and she had a reflection again. Catherine, yes I am free. But I still have my fangs. Lola, it must be a permanent thing for your teeth if you get turned into a vampire. Catherine, maybe, and I still have all my knowledge of everything I'm not allowed to know. Lola, that's weird. But we will never have to worry about Dracula again. Catherine, no we won't. Catherine decided to go with Lola and she was happy to be at home on Earth in the 21st century. Catherine was introduced to everyone. Lola, Lucy, I'm sorry I killed Dracula. I understand if you will hate me for it. Lucy, it's okay Lola. Dracula is my least favorite vampire. But I'm glad that you destroyed him. Lola, thanks Lucy. Vince, our next activity is songs in Luna's room. Luna, sweet dudes. In Luna's room they got their instruments ready. Vince, first we're going to sing one of my favorite songs, Within Temptation's Jillian. Lucy, that sounds like a cool song. Vince, it is. It's a goth song. The song began and the room turned into a dark nightmarish castle. Lucy sang the song and they saw that she has a voice that sounds perfectly like the lead singer of Within Temptation, Sharon Denadel. Bats and creatures of evil danced around the castle as the song went on and it was a ferocious scene. When the song ended the room reverted back and they applauded for Lucy. Vince, great job Lucy. Eddie, that was great Lucy. I didn't know you can sing so good. Lucy, thanks Eddie. It's a hidden talent. Lincoln, you sound just like the Sharon Denadel from Within Temptation and that was awesome. Lucy, I never noticed that until now to tell you the truth. Luan, you have a great voice too Lucy. Luna, yet it was rockin' bra. Lola, I agree. Wednesday, same here. Lainey, how come you never sang before Lucy? Lucy, I just don't like to sing Lainey. Because I was afraid you would all think I'm weird. Carrie, no way Lucy. You were amazing. Leia, you were awesome. Lucy, thanks guys. Joan, you're welcome Lucy. Vince, I have a good song for you all. It's called It's Terror Time Again by Skysicle. Lincoln, boo. I heard that song on the movie Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and that was awesome. Vince, get ready to rock. Vince had an electric guitar and he began playing and the room turned into a dark forest. You hear the screeching of an owl. You hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They got you running through the night. It's terror time again. And you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time. You hear the beating of your heart. You know the screaming's gonna start. Here comes the really scary part, cause all the trees begin to moan. And the monsters grunt and groan. Rotting faces full of slime. Don't you know it's terror time? A&D. It's terror time again. They got you running through the night. It's terror time again. And you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time. During the song, zombie versions of all of the bad guys we killed over the course of the last 3 months emerged and started dancing wildly with the beat. Lightning and thunder crashed and echoed loudly as they danced. The song wrapped up and they all applauded and the room reverted back. Luna, that was rockin' dude. Carol, Vince, I didn't know you could sing very well. Vince, I have some awesome talents. Vince's watch beeped and it was time for lunch. Vince, okay guys. What do you all want for lunch? Lily, we had pizza the first time with JD and we had spaghetti with Very. Lainey, how about burgers? Everyone agreed. Vince, good choice. I have a job at a restaurant as an awesome fry cook and I have a friend that taught me how to be a great fry cook like he is. Vince brought out a grill like the one SpongeBob uses at the Krusty Krab and he put some delicious homemade burger meat on the grill with his own secret ingredients. He grilled them to perfection and served them in a huge pyramid made entirely out of burgers. Vince, dig in everyone. They all took a bite and they were in heaven. Lincoln, wow. It's just like at the Bourbon Burger. Lainey, delicious. Carrie, Yummy. Luna, you make awesome burgers, dude. Vince, thanks Luna. I actually work at the Burpin Burger. Luan, you work at the Burpin Burger? Vince, yep. Quite a shock, huh? Lola, I'll say. Lucy, maybe you can give us a discount. Vince, I'll have to work something out for you guys. The whole pyramid was gone and they were all belching. Vince, boy those burgers are, belch, always delicious. Lisa, burps, affirmative Vince. They were quite satisfying. Lainey, boy I haven't had burgers that awesome in a while. Belch. Excuse me. Lola, belch, delicious. Carrie, you're a great chef Vince. Burps, excuse me. Carol, belch, I agree Vince. You are absolutely the most awesome boyfriend ever. Vince, blushes, aw Carol thank you. They kiss. Luan, these burgers are really a flipping experience. Rimshot laughs get it. Vince, Carol, Joan, both Maurice, Catherine, Eddie, and Lincoln laughed. Vince, laughed, good one Luan. Eddie, laughs, that was funny. Belch, excuse me. Joan, Luan is really funny. Vince, oh yeah. She knows how to make people laugh. Let's make burgers for everyone when they get back. Luna, that's a great idea dude. Wednesday, I agree. It'll wash the taste of 60-year-old pudding out of their mouths. Dom, yuck. That is gross. Later they were watching nature documentaries on TV while Lainey, Joan, Catherine, and Wednesday were reading books when Vanzilla 2.0 pulled up. Vince, they're back. Lincoln, let's get cooking. They made all the burgers and the dining table was set up. Lynn Sr., Rita, the girls, me and Very came in and we all had faces that said that we were bored out of our skulls. Vince, welcome home guys. We saw the burgers. Me, you made all those Vince? Vince, we sure did JD. Go ahead guys. We ate the burgers and we were satisfied. Lana, man Vince, we didn't know you were a fry cook at the Burpin Burger. Lincoln, it surprised us too Lana. Vince, it's the best job ever. Lynn, I can believe it Vince. Very, so how was everyone while we were gone? Vince, they were awesome Very. We discovered some very interesting developments in the Loud history. Lucy, we found out Lori, that you're descended from Lorraine Newton Loud who lived back in Salem, Massachusetts during the Salem witch trials in 1692. She was burned at the stake for witchcraft. Lori, that is terrible. How did you find that out? Lucy, we were in the simulator and I did a history exercise and went to the Salem witch trials. Lynn Sr., that was a very dark time back in the 17th century. Marie, it sure was. I've read about that event. Rita, that is hard to imagine that we are descended from people in the Salem witch trials. Me, no kidding. That was a dark time of persecution, darkness, and fear. Very, yet. Shannon, I've read a lot about the Salem witch trials and as it turns out I am actually a direct descendant of the nefarious Sanderson sisters. We all gasp. Linka, the witches in the movie Hocus Pocus? Shannon, yet. That's how I know dark magic. I am a witch and I use dark magic for good. Lori, well that's a relief. Penny, that's really cool though. Lincoln, yet. Whose turn is it next? Me, my sister Jamie. Lynn, awesome. Shannon, can't wait to have fun with her. Me, great job partner. Vince, thanks partner. It was really fun babysitting for the Louds. Rita, we're glad you had fun Vince. The end. Another fanfiction complete. This one was quite a challenge. I had to look up on the internet about the events in history that I presented. GoldenEye is one of my favorite James Bond movies and it was intense. My sister Jamie is going to babysit next time so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do and show her the ropes. But anyway, this was a fun one for me. Lots of interesting developments and more. Let me know what you all think. See you next time. Movies and songs belong to their respected owners.